We're back. Special episode today because of all that's been going on in the world. So clock in with us. It's 2 a.m. in Sweden. I'm one of your hosts of the shows, Hayes at AO Shifty. I had to do it off the cusp. It's been going on the whole day from the time I woke up. People texting me, even at work, people asking my thoughts. Some people saying the NBA is not coming back from this. Some people were saying that this is truly questioning the integrity and authenticity of the NBA. For people that do not know, FBI cracked down a ton because of sports gambling, but then also Chauncey Billups is tied up with the mafia, the Italian mafia right now. Damon Jones, he had some inside information as well. Apparently, he had been talking he knew times when LeBron was going to be injured, so had the homies end up putting either the under or the odds of the other team winning because they knew LeBron was not going to play. That's a huge impact to a game. So you had him. He had Terry Rozier, who different footage right now of damn, we knew homie was definitely tanking the game. He's gone too. You have Chauncey Billups that got arrested because I'm gonna try and find the full explanation of what the hell happened when it came because there's a lot of stuff that people need to understand. So the first one is Chauncey Billups getting tied up with the mafia, bringing very wealthy individuals to end up participating in these different poker challenges, well, poker tournaments, and oh yeah, calling our shot, lost. Just as a heads up for anybody that follows, calling our shots. Um, his day one challenge ended up not doing well. So there was, I'm trying to figure out, it might have been uh, one of the Pompliano brothers, but Shaq even talked about it. I'm going to go through every single person that's discussed anything about what's gone on today. I know Shaq and Chuck were talking about it. They apparently have some footage of Chauncey Billups saying, I let the chips fall where they may. At one point, that was another big thing. Gilbert coming on his show talking about informant information. So Legion Hoops end up talking about Terry Rozier arrested by FBI for illegal gambling, Chauncey Billups arrested in an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, Damon Jones charged in an illegal gambling case. That's just three. Mind you, people were talking about Tim Donaghy a good minute ago of, well, shit, this man was knowing everything when it came to the game, and it was just the start of it. Then you had Michael Porter Jr.'s brother that got caught up in it. Malik Beasley at one point was caught up in it. And I don't know how Malik got him, but that's what they're saying. Malik Beasley got himself out of it, but now they're saying he might not fully be out of it. Now Tiago Splitter is going to be the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers. There's just far too many things that are going on. Then apparently when Chauncey Billups was coming out of the Portland courtroom, he was wearing a hoodie that had clutch on it. I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm not about to take that to the bank with any information. Uh, all right, let's. Some people are talking about Chauncey Billups had a coaching record of 117 wins, 212 losses. That's pretty bad. Chauncey Billups has a winning percentage. It's a losing percentage of .356. Not good at all. Never coached the Blazers to a play in 4 seasons. Chauncey Billups, the sixth worst coach of all time with at least 300 games. That's pretty bad. There's nothing that I just read that said anything good when Chauncey was there. And my guy's going to do some sort of time. He'll either probably do time or it'll be a super heavy fine. And he's just going to be blackballed from anything you could ever imagine. Damn, like I was reading all this earlier. Are these my likes? It is. Because like this morning, I was reading this and it was like shit. The amount of information. Some of it was New York mob controlled the poker scheme and recruited Chauncey Billups, among others, to bring in high-end clients with purpose uh, to scam them. One client lost $1.8 million. Is this it? No, that's not it. I'm really trying to find it. For anyone new that's just joining, we're just on here talking about everything that's gone on with the NBA today. I'm really trying to find okay, here we go. Finally. So details of the rigged poker games that Damon Jones and Chauncey Billups were involved in from the US Attorney press conference. So there were is this going to be all of it or is it going to be multiple messages? Oh, he put it on his show. Um, X-ray machines built into tables to read face-down cards, crazy. Contact lenses glasses that read pre-marked cards, secret cameras, and card trays. So y'all was finessing the game. Then Joe Pompliano ended up doing a breakdown of 18 things. So we're gonna go through all 18. So anyone that's here with me, we're just gonna tap in, read it all. I'll end up breaking it down somewhere else. Again, for anyone that does not know what I'm talking about, the NBA had a huge issue that went on today. The FBI finally cracked down on all of this. It's coming out that the NBA knew about this, but the NBA did not do shit about it in the beginning. Um, and it involves Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. Damon Jones, for anyone that does not know, Damon Jones was really cool with um, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James. But if you listen to Jeff Teague or any of them, they said don't talk anything about LeBron, Clutch Sports, because they will have black SUVs outside to pull you up. But just going into this, so some of the highlights. Number one, current and former NBA players and coaches Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones have been arrested too. This was an illegal gambling and sports rigging operation that spanned years across 11 states in total. 30 individuals have been arrested, 13 mafia members. Wild. Number three, the case involves La Cosa Nostra, the Italian mafia. Insane. We got an Italian mafia in this. That's just another big thing that people need to make sure to understand. If they don't talk about it in here, I'll tell you what they called these two because one was like royal flush. Four charges include illegal gambling, wire fraud, and extortion. I'm also looking at the game. Are the Chargers about to score again? Oh, I think they're at the. Yep, they're about to score again. Five. There are two separate indictments. The first involves 6 defendants accused of participating in a sports corruption scheme that exploited insider information involving NBA players and teams. The defendants leveraged their connections to place prop bets based on confidential insider information, winning tens of thousands of dollars per bet. My other thing that I want to bring up here, we're at part of number 5. We have another part to end up going with it. The first thing I do got to talk about is Terry Rozier was heavily a part of this, and he would end up getting $200,000 sent to his door when he was participating in these different things or when he faked the injury. That was the big thing. I'll bring that up in a little bit because Brian Windhorst also talked about that too. But apparently, he was making $300,000 to $320,000 in a game check. So you're telling me you're making that much in a game check, but then you need this $200K. And then they're talking about some of these players made a shit ton of money during their playing career. Who scored this one? Oh, Trey Harris. There you go. Scored that much money during your playing career that you had to end up getting this. Second part. The second indictment involves 31 defendants charged with participating in a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. The FBI says they use high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. 6. The two cases are separate, but there are 3 overlapping defendants, including former NBA player coach Damon Jones. That's going to be the important thing to end up looking into this. 7. The FBI says that NBA player Terry Rozier told the defendants that he was going to leave a game early on March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. The defendants then placed more than $200,000 of wagers on the unders for his prop bets. With Rozier leaving the game after 9 minutes, those bets paid out tens of thousands of dollars in profits, and the defendants and Rozier counted the money at his house. Like it's right there for you, so I get how this ended up happening, but just for it to happen in itself, that shit is crazy. You profiting off yourself, and that's just destroying the integrity of the game. And Brian Windhorst said it when it happened. FanDuel, DraftKings, like the sports books caught wind of it. Like the NBA, they caught wind of it, flagged it like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Everyone's putting these unders for Terry Rozier. So they knew about it. They just tried to sweep it under the rug a little bit. Um, so 8. The FBI says that former Raptors player Jonte Porter was threatened to participate in the sports gambling scheme because of his gambling debts. And he didn't even do it. Number 9, teams that were bet on during the sports gambling scheme include the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers, and Toronto Raptors. You ready for this? Charlotte Hornets, Terry Rozier, Portland Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups, Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, Toronto Raptors, Jonte Porter. There's your 4 right there. It's probably other people that played a factor in it, but you chose 3 bum ass teams and then one with the best player that's in the league right now. 10. The rigged poker games occurred in the Hamptons, Miami, Las Vegas, and Manhattan. They was doing this shit real high key. 11. The poker scheme targeted victims who were lured to participate in rigged poker games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes. These athletes included Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones. So y'all wanted to just play with them. That's really why you guys did this. That's another topic for another day, that you had them as the face, lured them in. It's essentially what they do with the women. You'll lure them into here, take all their money, and then bop, bop. That's how it is. 12. The FBI says that the defendants utilized altered shuffling machines to read the cards in the deck and then relayed the information to an offsite operator. The offsite operator, known as the quarterback, then sent the information to someone at the table. 13. The FBI also says that the defendants utilized other cheating technologies, including poker chip trays that read cards through hidden cameras, special contact lenses, and glasses that could read marked cards, and x-ray poker tables that could read cards face down. They had a whole scheme, and the puppet, well, not the puppet, one of the main actors in this was Chauncey Billups. I'm only at 13. We have 5 more to go, and I'm telling you right now, my guy either doing jail time or he gonna have to sing like a canary to get his ass out of this and just pay a stupid fine. Chauncey not going back to the NBA. I can assure you that they're gonna give him the Pete Rose treatment. Terry Rozier about to get the Pete Rose treatment. They are Pete Rose over here rolling in his grave like, you got this bullshit going on. Tim Donaghy's over here like, you got this bullshit going on, and you trying to get us for this stuff. 14. The FBI says that the defendants robbed a victim at gunpoint to acquire a rigged shuffling machine. 15. The sports gambling investigation is called, here we go. This is what I was looking to tell you guys. 15. The sports gambling investigation is called Operation Nothing But Net, while the poker investigation is called Operation Royal Flush. 16. The FBI has been working on this investigation for 4 years, with victims losing at least $7 million. They was running up a check on this shit. 17. One specific victim lost at least 1.8 million. That's where they got that shit. 18. The FBI reviewed thousands of hours of video evidence and executed more than 24 search warrants. These are just accusations at this point. They're just pointing out details of everything. All I'm gonna say is they're done. Some of them are done. Like, I'm gonna go through a lot of this now, and then you have like Damon Jones talking about he gave the information. That's your first mole right there. Another part just to end up talking about, I will go through like Shams and Brian Windhorst because those are some of the other people that I did want to talk about more now because they had a lot of the information. Did Carson Wentz get that? Oh, well, overthrew it. Interception. Shout out goes out to ESPN because they have Ernie and them over there inside the NBA on ESPN, and then you have Shams. Shams was able to dive deeper into a lot of this information too, which is crazy. I won't play that for you guys, but some things to know. Again, for anyone new that just came in, we're talking about the NBA gambling and the FBI, all of that situation that just happened today. Again, phone was off the hook today. I didn't really talk to Steven too much about it, so we'll bring this up next week. That'll definitely be a topic of conversation. But at work, they were saying, what are my thoughts on it? I said, yo, my phone was going off the hook from them. Then just people at work were asking my thoughts on it. This is a huge situation because sports betting has already played so much of a factor in so many different things. And you have ESPN that has ESPN sports bets. You have Amazon that's with the sports book. So there's so many conflicts that are there, but then you have the NBA players that are taught or spoken to after practices of, hey, don't do this. It's a little confusing, and I understand what you're gonna say. All right, Hayes, how is it confusing? It's more of a temptation for some of them. It's just more money that's right there. You're putting the the money right there for them. They already, some of them are coming from situations where they don't even know how to handle their finances. And then they have this. So I get it. I can fully understand where some of them are coming from. Would I do it? No. You're making millions of dollars. Why you need 200,000? Like, you can go a lot of places and still get your shit for free just because of who you are. So I don't understand why you need to do this unless you had some sort of debt or you have an addictive personality. There's no reason for you to end up doing that. Um, yeah, I think that's the main part of that. I'm trying to look for new information. This morning, it was a shit ton. As it's gone through the day, it's not necessarily as much, but I'm gonna start to say different comments on what I've noticed from other players. Hassan Whiteside put on his Instagram. Oh, now I understand why he didn't want to resign me to re-sign me to the Blazers when he became the coach, and I was average 18 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, leading the league in 2020. Hassan Whiteside over here talking about, so that's the reason for it. The next thing is Stephen A. Smith was talking about the next one to end up have this happen to is the WNBA. You have the FBI director, Kash Patel, who some people are fine with, some people don't really care for. They're talking about that too, of they're essentially screwed. They're done. Some of these people, I don't know if they're going to end up coming back from it. Something else I wanted to talk about, and I'll go through some more stuff, but Damon Jones text messages when LeBron James was going to miss a game against the Bucks. Get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight. Bet enough so D Jones can eat too. Now, it's crazy. Like, he had the inside information. He was in LeBron's corner. And then it all just comes back. They were saying Chauncey Billups had on a hoodie walking out. That was Clutch Sports. You have Damon Jones in different pictures with LeBron James. It's all around LeBron. Maverick Carter, they said, was dealing with some shit before. I don't know how this is going to end up coming out. And you have Josina Anderson saying she got a text from an NBA GM that said Chauncey Billups is one of the greatest humans I know. He will be fine. I don't think he's going to be fine unless you know how to work some real serious, sadistic, insane, stupidly crazy magic. There ain't no way you coming back from this shit. Like, my guy, you're cooked. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, you're cooked. Um, so another thing, just ABC News is talking about it. Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups. Number one, they need to say former coach. He's not coaching again. He's not coming back in the NBA. But it says Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups has been charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. Law enforcement sources have told ABC. Other part is Miami Heat guard was arrested in a separate but related betting case. So that's the big thing over there. The other part I did want to end up talking about just to end it is your boy Victor Wembanyama is about to be absolutely insane. He's going to be a problem. Scored 40 points last night. I don't know how many people are going to be able to stop him. Truth be told, I don't know if there is a team that he can shoot. He's been working with Akeem Olajuwon. He's been working with Monks. So I don't really know what you guys can end up doing to stop him over there on that side. Um, yeah. So biggest thing, Takeaway from it is Chauncey, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, all gone. Another thing that Central, not Central, did say after the rest of Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, sources tell, uh, shit, is that who it is? Yep, Pablo Torre. Malik Beasley's situation isn't over. His fate now depends on the DOJ. We will fricking see how that ends up playing out. But this is going to be big. I'm trying to look at Pablo Torre's page to see if they're saying anything. I'm not seeing it. This is a surprise. You would have thought he would have said something, or maybe he's just gonna wait. No. Oh shit. He published a 72-minute investigation. I know. So Pablo definitely has a lot of information. The other part I will say is I know they're gonna have a lot of talks with a lot of these teams, end up explaining to them, don't do this shit again. So some points might go up. One team I will say going to still do the same thing and do a lot of their load management. That is absolutely going to be the LA Clippers. Um, World Series, that's tomorrow. So that's something else just to look forward to. Again, I don't have much. I just wanted to give my thoughts really quickly on a lot of this stuff. Shams was on Pat McAfee's show, so that was another big thing that some people have talked about. Chauncey's done. Terry Rozier's done. I don't think this is over. I received text from a couple of my friends and also my mom. I told them this is probably just the beginning. A lot of people are going to start singing like a canary. They're going to get their P's and Q's in order because they do not want to go down with this ship, because this ship is going to go down quicker than Titanic. That's all I'm going to say. And if you're on board with it, you're out of the NBA. Will LeBron go down? Absolutely not. They're going to make sure that if he does have any ties, which I don't know, so Clutch, don't come after me. But if there are any ties to the LeBron James crew, they're going to put other people down before that happens. Shout out goes to Anthony Davis, because they were saying at 32 years old, he got his welcome to the NBA moment because Victor Wembanyama absolutely went to town. 40 points is crazy. Mad props to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They came back in their game. Just to wrap things up, a couple of things. Number one, the Chargers are winning 31-10 in the fourth quarter. Next thing I do want to talk about is the two NBA games that are on today. We have the Nuggets and the Warriors, and we have the Pacers and the Thunder. So looking into the first, wow, they came back in double overtime. They finally did it. That's crazy. Double overtime. The Thunder are winning, so they're probably going to pull this one out. 141-135. SGA has 55 points. That's absolutely crazy. Second game of the season, he found his stride. Y'all let him go off. He almost got 100 in 3 games. He's gonna have 100 points. We just started the season, y'all. Benedict Mathurin had 36 points. Pascal Siakam had 32. If they would have just taken this to 4 quarters, they could have ended up coming through. But y'all let this game go extra. AJ Mitchell off the bench had 26 points. Aaron Wiggins had 23 points. SGA had 55. Chet had 15. Score again is 141-135. This game is, let's just call it over. I don't think they're coming back from this. Other one, we're almost at halftime of it. Nuggets are beating the Warriors 46-42. At close to the half, not the half yet. There's still a lot of time left in this quarter. Aaron Gordon has 11. Jamal Murray has 12. Jokic is looking like he can put up a triple-double. I don't know if it'll happen this game, but he has 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. When you start to have those even numbers, that's where it starts to come into play. Jimmy Butler has 9 points right now. Steph Curry only has 1 3-pointer. And then off the bench, Buddy Hield has 7 points. 1 3-pointer and then 2 field goals. So I'm going to leave it at that. I appreciate you guys for clocking in with me today. I'll come back on next week and I'll talk to Steven. Hopefully, if I get time tomorrow, I'll talk about some fantasy football stuff just to get more content out for you guys. So thank you to everyone that listened to this. Till next time, make sure you do your gambling smart. If you have a problem, go call the number. We out.